All right, what's going on, brothers? Hopefully everything's going good. Hopefully everything's going well for you guys. All right, this is an old one but goodie. I know a couple of brothers have done a reaction to this video, and the ones I've seen, brothers, they missed the most vital point. And excuse me, I decided to do my own reaction on it because I'm gonna address this vital point that I think a lot of brothers are missing. All right, so we're gonna let it play. Also, before we let it play, this gender war has been going on for quite some time, especially in the so-called black community. Brothers, I believe in the so-called black community. I could be wrong. It's been going on for a very long time. Like these other things you're seeing today, which is nothing new. It's not new, but it's more emphasis on it because it's affecting the other demographics. From my vantage point, the other demographics are getting affected when they probably had some effects, of the yesteryear, but not as much. See, now a lot of so-called white other demographics are really feeling the fire of this gender war thing. You can say, when the so-called black man has been experiencing it. He's been experiencing his fire. His feet has been to the fire for many generations. All right. So, but anyway, they're gonna talk, and I'm gonna give you my the vital point I think the brothers are missing. Let's check it out.
Gonna be out there as a leader. White America has used black women to keep the black male in his place. And you're still aiding him by saying, well, we are qualified, we want to work, we can help.
Okay, how are you going to reprogram men so that they don't let us take over what's supposed to be their responsibility? And men that I have had dealings with, they are perfectly willing to sit back and let us do anything we want to.
I don't think you have to reprogram men. I think you have to reprogram women.
No, you have to reprogram the man so that he will forcefully take what belongs to him, because women, as long as we can get, we're going to get, and it's part of our being. We're going to do anything to you that you let us, whether we want to or not.
She's absolutely correct, brothers. This is what they're missing. She said forcefully. Now let me try to capture these points. He said the white man has the black woman has aided the white man. That shows you that's nothing new. I know that's a talking point today. Yes, brothers, these people are not dumb. The powers that be are slick. They knew if they would empower the women, it would upset the household. Brothers, it's hard for any so-called black woman to go out there and be a manager somewhere and not bring that home. It's going to happen. They know that. These people are not dumb. These things have been going on. They know that. These people are slick. You upset the home, you start a gender war, so on and so forth. You keep the black man off his kilter, off balance. All right? So yes, the brother is right. He's right. And she's like, well, what are you going to do to reprogram men? She's right. She said, what she say? A lot of men she's dealing with are perfectly fine. They are. Even today, brothers, they are. It's a lot of brothers I know right now, man. They getting treated like kids. Because the woman making all the money, well, look, I clean the house up. I take out the trash. I make sure the house is clean and all this type of stuff. She should treat me with more respect. I'm serious, brothers. I'm talking about brothers in their 40s and 50s, man. I'm not trying not to laugh, but I'm serious because I want to put our fellow brothers down, but I'm being honest with you. There's a lot of them out there like that. I'm like, bro, you nuts? Bro, go out there and get your own, brothers. I don't care if the woman got a mansion. You go get your own. Independence is respected amongst people. Reason why you don't respect independent women because it's a lie. It's smoke and mirrors. A big reason why black men and black women so-called black men and so-called black women don't respect each other is because a lot of the stuff we're doing in lies is hypocrisy. It's hypocrisy. So, and she was like, well, what are you going to, he said, you need to reprogram the women, right? That's what the brother said. I agree with what he's saying, but the woman gave him the answer. Well, you got to forcefully take what's yours. See, a lot of brothers, even this should show you, brothers, this going back and forth is nonsense. Now, I understand these brothers who are YouTubers or podcasters, they get money off that. But for us, everyday, regular guys, average Joes, whatever they want to call us. Brothers, we ain't got time to be going back and forth with no woman, man. Let your actions speak louder than your words, brothers. I would advise brothers to even stay out of the comment sections. Leave that stuff alone. Keep it moving. All right. Because, brothers, think about, well, even if you trip somebody up and say, improve your point, how often do they actually change their minds? Very rare. So it's a lot of time, it's a waste of time. All right? I'm not saying you brothers can't talk and try to convince people, but use your own discretion. Me personally, in real life, they say real time or whatever, everyday comings and goings, if I can give a brother, get his ear, and he's like listening, then yeah, I might try to go further. Like, well, look, this is why I think this. Not feel this. Reason, logic, rationale thought, not a feeling. All right? So she said, force me to take what's yours, because she said, we're going to do what we want to do if you let us get away with it. That's what they're going to do. So she gave you the answer. What you brothers can do, it's not the only move, but it's a good move. Stop dealing with the nonsense. Stop dealing with it. Keep it moving. But it's not going to happen. So many of our black men are willing to deal with women who are toxic, and now that they will get them pregnant. They do not care. They do not care at all. One iota. They actions prove it. I done bumped shoulders, met family members, so on and so forth. So many brothers who got toxic women pregnant. And some will even keep getting that same woman pregnant. You're like, are you nuts? And then they complain, well, she do this, she do that. Well, you the one dealing with her, brother. So, brothers, learn from my mistakes, brother. And from those, especially you guys who are younger. I've been there, done that, my man. I ain't been done everything, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, brothers, when you stop dealing with the nonsense, it goes away. It goes away. I'm serious, brothers. Brothers, I'll give you an example. I'll use me. I remember a girl threw me out the house, right? First time I didn't really get it. And what's crazy is that I had people tell me, like, look, man, don't move in with a woman, man. we're talking about the early 2000s. Even in the 90s, I was hearing this. Don't ever move in with a woman. I remember hearing elders, I would call them, telling us that a lot of stuff I hear today is just reruns, be honest with you, but I didn't listen. So the first time it happened to me, I didn't really pay attention. The second time it happened to me, which would be a couple years later, it hit me. It dawned on me. Guess what, brothers? I've never moved in with a woman since. Since then, no woman has ever threw me out of the house. You see what I'm saying, brothers? I got my own. Don't get me wrong, I've spent the night over girls' houses or apartments, you know what I mean? I've done things like that, but I got my own, brothers. So that has never happened to me since. You see that? I stopped dealing with women with all those bad attitudes. Brothers, I can't remember the last woman I've dealt with who was just a toxic person. Not saying these women I'm dealing with are not toxic, but I'm just saying I don't go for that. So they usually be on their best behavior and they keep it up. It's we go our separate ways. Because I'm not going to deal with that. You see what I'm saying, brothers? And I'm just saying, since I stopped dealing with those type of things, I have less of it in my life. And that's a good move you brothers can do, man. You understand what I'm saying? And I know it's hard, man. I know it's not easy. But, you brothers strive to get your own, man. Get a skill or trade. I know it's a lot of things going on in this world, man. A lot of stuff. But for you brothers, it's easier said than done. I would advise all so-called black men to try to get a skill or trade. One thing about getting a skill or trade, brothers, you can do it on your own. And don't worry about those women who got a bunch of degrees. Who cares? Forget them. Keep it moving. You know how many women who don't have degrees? Millions. Bro, you can go to Walmart, man. I'm just giving you an example, man. I don't know if you brothers been to any so-called black metropolitan areas you brothers live in. Go to any Walmart or Target. I'm talking about, man, you be like, you think you in a club, man. Big butts, big titties, that Walmart uniform, like, golly. So they everywhere. You understand what I'm saying? That's the good thing about being a man. Women outnumber us. So don't worry about those women who cares. I don't date bus driver. All right, whatever. Keep it moving. Who cares? Because chances are this is what's going to happen, brothers. I know it'll be too late. Patience is the virtue. As that woman gets older, I guarantee you, chances are she might be with a bank teller, be with a bus driver, be with a plumber. You know, especially the woman who wants somebody, who don't want to be alone. She's going to end up dropping those standards. But at the end of the day, brothers, who cares? I hope you brothers got some understanding out of that. But that's a vital point brothers are missing. So the conclusion of this is this, brothers, is you don't have to deal with that nonsense. If we ignore it, keep it moving, and deal with the women who want to deal with us with the program that we want, those women will die off. Because I guarantee you, we're gonna put them in a position to either shape up or ship out. That's what we got to do, brothers. Put people in a position to either shape up or ship out, but that's not gonna happen because we got so many brothers who will deal with this nonsense. And don't get me wrong, brothers. We got a lot of problems with the brothers. A lot of brothers who don't care. They get 6, 7 baby mamas. They don't want to raise their kids. They don't want to work. They don't want to give nothing to their kids. They just out here living reckless. So it's a lot of problems that can go around. So it's not gonna. So that's why it's gonna get worse. But for you brothers who are sharp and wise and you understand, just don't deal with it. You don't want to be a stepdaddy. Don't deal with a woman who got kids. Matter of fact, brother, here's a better one. Let the woman know you don't want to deal with her kids. You like, look, I just want to have fun and hook up. But it's a lot of so-called black women that would agree to that. A lot of them. I'm telling you, man, she'll be finding babysitters trying to be at your house and relax. You be like, dang, I'm serious, man. You know, and let's just say the woman say no. Cool. That's what brothers mess up at. They're afraid to lose a woman. It's so many women who agree to the dynamics that you brothers want. You brothers just don't realize it. All right, brothers, I hope you brothers got some understanding out of that, man. I'm out. Peace.